Her name is too long to pronounce, so in this video, we call her Carthy. Her kit has quite an insane amount of description, and all it's saying is that she can summon 3 swords and absorb it back to buff herself in the liberation. This is Sword 1. It can be summoned via heavy attack or intro. This is Sword 2. It can be summoned from the 4th basic attack. The intro gets you straight to the basic attack 2, and this will help us get to the basic attack 4 that will then summon the Sword 2. Sword 3 comes with a skill. The next attack after the skill will be a plunge attack, which is also the move that will absorb all the summoned swords. The more swords absorbed, the stronger this plunge attack be. Each of the sword absorbed offers different buffs to be used by Fleurdelys, her bigger self. Let's just call her Deli. Carthy and Deli, nice. Her liberation is just simply a transformation to Deli, and she can transform back to Carthy, then the sword buffs she absorbed are paused. The duration is 12 seconds. And if we have no sword buff absorbed at the start of the manifest, then we go back to Carthy to absorb some sword, and then we go back to Deli. The buffs will now be there, but we'll still follow the timer of the manifest that started at the liberation transformation. Deli will have a 40 bar to manage. It charges up whenever she attacks. When it's full, she becomes Moses. This is her strongest attack, and it will be using all the stacks of existing Aerosion from the enemies as an additional damage amplify. 20% damage amplify for each stacks, 100% is the limit. So when playing Carthy, there are 2 things we need to take into consideration: the sword stacks and the Aerosion stacks. There are also some important things we need to take note. Carthy's dodge counter deals good damage, so don't feel bad about dodging. And this will help us get to the basic attack 4 that will then summon the sword 2. And of course, the mid-air attack that absorbs 3 swords is a big BB damage. Carthy can apply Erosion stacks while Deli eats up 1 stack of Erosion to deal big BB damage. Carthy basic attack 4 applies 1 stack of Erosion, and the skill applies 2 stacks of Erosion. Deli's big Erosion damage comes at mid-air attack 2. Skill 2, and basic attack 5. So Carthy can apply 3 Erosion stacks while Deli uses 3. In short, +3 -3. In one straight basic combo, we will have 0 Erosion at the end. That is why we need a Erosion applicator apart from Carthy herself for her own nuke. There are some techniques that can help us perform these combos efficiently. After doing liberation, we are now Deli, but when we transform back to Carthy, she will immediately attack from basic attack 2. We continue the attacking and we can get to the basic attack 4 in no time. And likewise, when we transform back to Deli, she will also start attacking from basic attack 2. That means we are closer to making it to her basic attack 5. These are all helpful tips in playing Carthy, applicable to all teammates. And aside from teammates, she may have various playstyle, different combos, different style, but has almost always the same clear time. So let's discuss some of the combos using her premium team, because as my previous poll says, with a staggering 63,000 votes, 44% of you have Shakona and Carthy. So it's safe to say that I get more clicks from the community because a lot of them have Shakona. This is the most basic of all setups. Whatever its name, it starts off with Carthy's skill and Echo. This launches her into the air while she summons a sword. Then we swap to Shakona. She will enter from mid-air because Carthy is still in the air. Then we mid-air attack. Once she on the ground, the next attack she does will make her sing and Kagemunchi no Jutsu. We can jump cancel this immediately once we get a forte. The clone will complete the attack while we jump cancel. We continue attacking, plunge down again, 1 forte, jump cancel, plunge down again, and on the final forte, we skill, echo, and heavy attack. This is how we quickly set up Shakona's combo, and her final move will be the Liberation. Then we swap the Rover. He will intro from mid-air, then the next 2 attacks will be mid-air special attacks that will generate forte. Then it will be followed up by a plunge attack, then a good slash that also generates forte. These are the only attacks that makes forte, so we have to get into the air again via skill to trigger another 2 special mid-air attacks. We don't really have to do the combo again, as long as we get about 80% forte, we do the Liberation. It will fill up the last 20% remaining because of the passive of Cartethyia. This Liberation will bring us down back to the ground. We will have full forte now that will unlock 2 new special skills. We use this 2 times and it will most likely fill up the Concerto. Then we intro with Cartethyia. She will summon a sword with her intro, then when we attack, she starts up basic attack too. This makes it easier for us to get to the 4th basic attack that will also summon a sword. Lastly, we use her skill and echo to summon the 3rd sword. She goes up with her skill, and her plunge attack will hit hard as she absorbs 3 swords. After the plunge, we Liberation, and then there are 3 combos that we can do. First is basic attack until stage 5. We cancel its animation with skill 1 the moment the big sword projection hits the ground. Now she up in the air and we're gonna use the skill again to make her plunge down to the ground. This will be followed up by basic attack stage 3. And almost in no time we are now doing the big sword attack again. Take note that this attack will not hit if we cancel it too early. We need to wait till the sword has landed on the ground and then we cancel it with Liberation. The second combo we can do is we skill immediately, then we normal attack from there until she plunges down. Then we continue attacking because she will follow it up with the basic attack 3, bringing us closer to the basic attack 5. We cancel it with her skill 2, and once again, we get to the 3rd basic attack. We continue doing basic attack until 5, then Liberation. And the 3rd recommended combo is Unga Bunga. Press all the button on your keyboards, left click, skill, attack, WASD, Control Alt Delete, Alt F4, and when the forte is full, you'll be surprised that the combo still looks sick, and the damage is not as bad. So we end it with Liberation again, then back to where we started, skill and echo to Shakona intro. This Shakona intro will give 1 forte, and a quick follow-up basic attack will give her a 2nd forte. We only need to jump cancel once, then we skill and echo, heavy attack, then to Rover. We are now on a repeatable pattern from here. This is the most basic rotation, very easy, no swap cancel, no try hard, we be chillin' today boys. Now we take on the slightly advanced rotation. It starts off the same, Cartethyia skill and echo, to Shakona mid-air, forte, jump cancel, mid-air, forte, jump cancel, mid-air, skill, forte, echo, and heavy attack. We swap the Rover as she does some heavy attack animation. We skill and 2 mid-air attack, and back to Shakona, plunge down and a quick normal attack to get instant 1 forte. This will be used later on the 2nd rotation, then we cancel it with Liberation. We swap back to Rover, skill, mid-air attack until 80% forte, then Liberation. This will cancel the long plunge animation of Rover and get us back straight down to the ground. With full forte, we special skill 1 and 2, echo, then to Cartethyia. Then we will do any of the combo we just discussed earlier. Cartethyia intro summoning sword 1, basic attack till stage 4 to summon sword 2, skill to summon sword 3 and plunge to absorb the swords. We transform to Deli, either combo 1 or combo 2 or Unga Bunga. We will intro with Shakona, and this time we have stacked up 1 forte before. So we will have to do 1 normal attack after the intro and we already have full forte. We skill, echo, heavy attack, swap the rover, and we are on the repeatable pattern now. A slightly upgraded basic setup, some quick swap between rover and Shakona. Now this is the Quickswap Rotation. For the hardcore players and YouTube comments out there, I also posted a recent poll with a staggering 40,000 votes. 13% are hardcore players, 8% are insane, and an unknown quantity are YouTube comments. So it makes sense to talk about Quickswap hardcore gaming, even though it's only 3-second clear time difference. Once again, Carthy skill and echo for Sword 3. Then Shakona mid-air, forte, jump cancel, and to rover instant liberation. We skill and back to Shakona mid-air, forte, jump cancel, back to rover, 2 special mid-air attacks, and we go back to Shakona the moment we see the rover starts his second mid-air attack. Shakona mid-air, forte, skill, echo, heavy attack, swap cancel the heavy attack to rover, skill, then 1 mid-air. That's already 100% forte. And we cancel back to Shakona mid-air and liberation. Then to Carthy basic attack all the way to stage 4 for sword number 2. And we swap cancel the basic attack 4 the moment she faces backwards from the enemy. This attack will continue as we play rover for the special skills 1 and 2. Now we go back to Carthy for intro and summon sword 1. And we simply jump and mid-air attack to absorb all the swords. Now we enter with Delhi. Again, we have 3 combos to choose from, then we end it with liberation. Skill and echo to summon the sword 3 for the next rotation, then rover intro, then 2 special mid-air attack, cancel with liberation, then skill and swap cancel to Shakona. Mid-air, forte, jump cancel, back to rover, then 2 special mid-air attack. Shakona mid-air, forte, skill, echo, heavy attack, and swap the rover intro. Then to rover mid-air attacks to 100% forte, then we back to Shakona plunge, forte, liberation, then to Carthy. For basic attacks, swap cancel to rover, special skills, back to Carthy intro, plunge, then liberation. And we are now at a repeatable pattern from here. But wait, this is not yet her final rotation yet. My account has rover with 0 damage, so I can't just simply quick swap and compare the results. So for the quick swap playstyle, we'll have to wait for the next upload because this video is getting too long now. So for her builds, I compiled and watched all other content creators' suggestions and they all speak the same result. For the Sonata, of course, there are only 3 to choose from. Windward Pilgrimage, then Gusts of Welkin, then Sierra Gale. Echoes, 44111, then 43311. Damage difference is about 4 to 6%. Balance it out with 4 cost crit rate and 4 cost crit damage main stat, then use fleurdelys sword on the main echo slot. For 1 cost, she is HP scaling, so choose everything HP. For substats, crit rate, crit damage, basic attack, and HP. Energy regen, none, or just a little bit, 120% if you get overboard. For the weapons, of course, the signature weapon, the Fire's Thorn, followed up by the Red Spring, Emerald of Genesis, Blazing Brilliance, Unflickering Valor, and surprisingly the best F2P weapon is a 3-star sword, the Guardian Sword. And for her forte priority, forte, liberation, basic attack, skill, intro. Resonance Chain Sequence. S1 give massive crit damage. S2 raises erosion limit by 3 and gives power creep to all other DPS. S3 gives more power creep, erosion stacks doesn't disappear, so we can play Shakona no more. S4 is a team-wide buff. S5 prevents a death blow to Carthy by making an emergency shield. And S6, yeah. I intentionally did not go into the details of the build sections and focus on the gameplay side of things, because builds, it's very easy. Almost nothing else are there to choose from. In the RNG, we cannot do anything about it. Crit rate, crit damage substats, what we get is what we get. What we can do is improve our playstyle, and I stand strong by this. Maybe someday you could be as good as Valenstein or even Yumi or even YouTube comments. For her teams, majority of her attacks are basic attack damage. That's why it will not only be Shakona and Rover. It can also be Sanwa or Rocha. Rocha has insane off-field crowd control that can help her in crowd control, especially in Whimpering Waste. Changli, Brant, Changliao, Jinxie, Phoebe can all be played as quick swappers along with Rover or Shakona. Take note that these substitute quick swappers has to have OP builds to carry themselves even without buffs. And to be honest, it's very hard to make a suggestion of teams without either Shakona or Rover. This probably is the biggest disadvantage of Cartethyia. It's just that she's a very high investment, very picky character to team up with. So, is she worth it? To be completely honest with you guys, there is two answers. If you haven't been clearing all endgame challenges with Max Crest, she is not worth it. Her best team is very expensive and her other teammates for a beginner account would probably be Sanwa, but she buffs attack, and Carthy is HP scaling. But if you are playing to collect characters, you will get buy one take one offer. The big and the petite. Some other quick yes or no questions about Cartethyia. Exploration? No. Domains? No. Boss farming? No. Wiwa? Yes. Hologram? Yes. TOA? Yes. Crowd control? Yes. Easy playstyle? Yes. Future proof? Yes. Mommy? Yes. Loli?